Okay.
Could you explain who you are and also what you do?
So my name is Uriel. I'm one of the co-founders of ORBS. My background is I studied electrical engineering in the Technion University of Israel, which is like the highest MIT of Israel. And then I co-founded a startup company called Visually in the VR AR space. We were invested by Alibaba. I lived in China for several years. I managed the entire company business in China and in Korea and in India. And then the company was acquired by Alibaba in 2017 and became the R&D center of Alibaba Israel. And then I left to co-found ORBS, which is our new blockchain company. ORBS is the biggest blockchain company in Israel. And what ORBS does is ORBS is a blockchain that accelerates other blockchains. We think that one of the biggest problems in the space today is that blockchain technology is immature for mass adoption or high usage. So one strategy in the market, and many companies do that, they say we want to create the next generation of blockchains. We want to create a blockchain that will rule them all and replace any other blockchain, like EOS. EOS want to be the next Ethereum. In ORBS, we have a different strategy. When we started ORBS, we looked around and we said, other blockchains are very good, but for specific things. Ethereum is the best blockchain in the world today for issuing tokens, for liquidity, for tradability. If you are a project, I would highly recommend you to create your token on Ethereum. You have integration to all the ecosystem, integration to all the wallets, integration to all the exchanges. But the problem is that Ethereum is a very bad productivity blockchain. So we actually built ORBS as a second layer blockchain of productivity to accelerate first generation blockchains such as Ethereum. So when decentralized applications use ORBS, they actually get the power of two chains, ORBS plus Ethereum. So they get the best platform for liquidity and security, and also they get the best platform for scalability, low fees, and production features. And we believe that the strategy of using both chains, ORBS plus Ethereum, is a better strategy than using any other single blockchain out there. For example, let's compare to EOS. EOS is very fast, but EOS only have 21 nodes. So the security is still low, and the decentralization is still low. If you issue a token on EOS, no connection to exchanges, no connections to wallets, nothing. So very fast, but not good for tokens. If you issue a token on ORBS, you get ORBS is as fast as EOS, if not more. And also we use Ethereum for the trading. So we believe that the strategy of using hybrid approach is better than any other blockchain. We raised in ORBS so far $120 million in a private token sale, only from accredited investors and companies. We were invested by Kakao. We are the first blockchain protocol to be invested by Kakao. Korea is our #1 market. We want to launch ORBS in Korea. We have MOU with Terra. Terra is the stablecoin project of Timon. And we are working with Samsung SDS. So I met the CEO of Samsung SDS 1 month ago. And they are sending delegation to Israel to explore how to use ORBS blockchain technology. We are also part of the alliance of Hana Bank. Hana Bank also have an alliance of creating loyalty programs of the blockchain. So ORBS is part of the alliance. And we have many other partners in Korea from the media side, people like Spanky and Did Gosu. From the conference side, people like FactBlog that arranged Beyond Blog and many others. We also have a team, an office of 5 people in Gangnam, Seoul. And we also have offices in San Francisco and Singapore and Israel. But after we did ORBS, we thought that ORBS is an open source protocol. Everybody can copy ORBS. How can we protect ORBS from being just forked? And we believe that the power of the project is as strong as the power of the ecosystem that you can build on top of your infrastructure. So we built another company called Hexa. Hexa is in charge of building the ecosystem of ORBS. So we actually did the same model as Consensus in Ethereum. ORBS is our blockchain infrastructure like Ethereum, and Hexa is our business development arm like Consensus. And under Hexa we have 3 companies. The first is called Hexa Labs. Hexa Labs is a blockchain strategy and accelerator. EXA. Hexa Labs is our blockchain accelerator. We work with big companies that want to transition into blockchain. We do strategy, investment banking, and professional services. Hexa Labs did 3 of the biggest ICOs in the world in 2017. We raised over $700 million for project in this year. We did Kik. We did the Kik ICO, the social messaging. They raised $100 million. We did Serene Labs, the blockchain phone. They raised $156 million. So all these companies, we do the acceleration for them so that they can become clients of the ORBS platform. Second company is called Hexa Finance. Hexa Finance is our venture arm. We manage $250 million of our own money, own profit, and we invest in blockchain infrastructure technologies that can build the ORBS ecosystem. We invested in 4 exchanges, 1 joint venture with Bitrix, exactly like Abit, but for Europe. We have an exchange that was designed and built by Nasdaq called DX Exchange. We have a white label solution for exchange, and we have a project that develops the next generation of decentralized exchange. We also invest in custodianship, we invest in media, and we invest in infrastructure. So this is Hexa Finance. And the last company is called Hexa Foundation. Hexa Foundation is a non-profit organization that wants to promote blockchain technology in the world. Under Hexa Foundation, we have Blockchain Academy, we do policy, and we do social impact projects. One of our cooperation is, for example, with the W Foundation in Korea. It is the first government-backed project in Korea that is doing a social impact project. Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri. So
she flew back to Seoul today, but she was here yesterday.
Yuri. Is you know W Foundation? Is he around? She went back.
But she will be next week in the conference. So if you are in the conference, she will come.
Oh, okay. In Korea. 저분이 was.
So
Yeah, she actually, because she'll be here and we'll be here. We sort of short to meet someone here.
We will meet here. She told me.
Yeah.
But she left.
She left.
She also told me that she maybe was supposed to be part of the delegation, but she had to fly.
Okay.
But next week she will be in a conference. Very interesting, by the way, project. Very interesting lady. So ORBS is also partner with W Foundation to support with technology and so on. So together, EXA and ORBS is one of the biggest, I think, organizations in the space. ORBS is our next generation blockchain platform. Together with Ethereum, we think provide the best technology in the market today. And EXA Group is helping us to build strategy, use cases, investment, and also non-profit. So this is a short overview.
So would you explain a little more specific for the ORBS chain?
Yes.
I'm really curious that your main chain is basically Ethereum based, therefore the liquidity token side.
Yes.
And your ORBS is for the conductivity. What is your actual application of your ORBS?
Yes. So at ORBS we have two main concepts.
Okay.
First concept, connectivity to Ethereum. Okay.
Connectivity means it's a data reference like that.
Atomic swap. So
data transfer back and forth.
Data transfer, token transfer back and forth.
Token transfer. But token transfer will be done within Ethereum. But your ORBS is something else.
Yes. So ORBS here, Ethereum here. Our strategy: every company should issue tokens on Ethereum.
Right.
And the main liquidity should be on Ethereum. But if you need to, if you want the tokens to work in high scalability, you cannot do on Ethereum. So then you transfer them on ORBS. On ORBS, you can do very fast transactions, low fees, and you can always come back to Ethereum. So first concept of ORBS is transfer of value between ORBS and Ethereum. ORBS for production, Ethereum for like a bank. So Ethereum is like the big bank of ORBS. So this is concept number one.
ORBS is like a branch office.
No, we are like the...
No, I'm saying in terms of the trading side.
Yes. We are maybe the business and they are the bank.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And besides the transaction, do you apply that some other purpose? I mean, this you talk about just a simple transaction. Are you gonna use? Can you use that for other technical purposes, some other calculations or some other sensings, whatever?
Yes. So first concept is connectivity to Ethereum. Second concept is how do we make ORBS the best productivity blockchain in the world. So here we have a lot of new innovation technology. Number one is our consensus. Our consensus is called randomized proof of stake. What is randomized proof of stake? Randomized. Random proof of stake. If you want to achieve high scalability, what everyone is doing, they just reduce the number of nodes. If you have small number of nodes, then consensus is very fast. EOS 21 nodes, Hashgraph 39 nodes, Neo 7 nodes. So consensus becomes very fast, but decentralization is not good, and security is not good. So we said, how can we achieve both fully decentralized, but also very fast? And what we did is a new technology called random proof of stake. ORBS can support any number of block producers, let's say 1,000. But for each block, we randomly select a committee of 21 blocks, 21 block producers to do the consensus for this block. Next block, we generate a new committee of 21 random verifiers. So each block, 21 validators sign the block, so very fast. But also you can never know which would be the block producer. So the actual security of the network is 1,000 nodes. So our consensus is as fast as EOS, but as decentralized as much as you want. This is innovation number one. Just example. ORBS can support. Second technology, also very important, called virtual chains. You know, in cloud computing, the concept of virtual server is very trivial, right? You open your dedicated server and it is yours on AWS. The problem with blockchain today is that everyone shares the same resource. If I run on Ethereum and CryptoKitty run on Ethereum, then suddenly, you know, the traffic is too slow, the fees is too high. And also, if there is one bug in the smart contract, you need to fork all Ethereum in order to fix just one bug in the application smart contract. So in ORBS, we are the first blockchain to create a virtual blockchain. Each application can open its own virtual blockchain on top of ORBS and get guaranteed speed, guaranteed fees, and also guaranteed governance. Meaning that if they have a bug in the smart contract, they can just fork the virtual chain. They do not affect all the other blockchains. So this is the second big innovation in ORBS. And we have many others. So our goal is to make ORBS very similar to AWS, just decentralized AWS, to be the best platform for applications and have connectivity to Ethereum so that we can have the best bank and the best business together.
So the tokens have to be issued on the Ethereum blockchain before they can be used in the virtual ones?
Yes.
So if you have an application that requires Ethereum first, aren't you still eliminating a lot of opportunity because of the unpredictability, unvariable, high cost of Ethereum?
So the answer is we solve it. We believe, our strategy, we believe that companies should issue tokens on Ethereum. It's the best platform for token issues. You have connectivity to all exchanges, to all wallets, it's very, very secure. But except of issuing and holding the majority of the tokens on Ethereum, I agree with you, there's nothing you can do. This is where ORBS comes into the picture. Let's say you issue $1 billion of tokens on Ethereum. Now you build an application that is doing maybe e-commerce. You can decide how much tokens you want to transfer from the Ethereum layer to the ORBS layer. On the ORBS layer, the fees are very low, the scalability is very high. You can actually use the tokens in a very, very high performance blockchain. And you can always go back and return the tokens to Ethereum and then maybe sell them to dollars or just hold them in a very secure way. So it is very similar to the concept of AWS and PayPal. AWS, you use the service very fast, fast computation, fast storage, fast memory. But you pay only once a month and you pay using Visa to the bank, let's say. So all this is like AWS, Ethereum is like our bank.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the point is that let's say you're creating a new object and you're using the Ethereum blockchain to generate those new objects. You're still constrained. Once you have the object, I understand you can use the virtual chain to do transactions, use it, you know, in whatever utility you're designed. But the initial generation of an item would be constrained by Ethereum.
Yes, but I think that the generated token on Ethereum is easy and it's cheap and
It's not easy.
Well,
I mean, during the F-coin debacle, transaction cost went from 50 cents to $50. And it wasn't fast. It went from 10 minutes to 7 hours.
Yes, but
So that would shut down any commercial business.
no, but the commercial business is done on ORBS.
Yeah, but if the
Yes.
commercial business relies upon an initial token issued on Ethereum, it would be inoperable.
No, exactly the opposite. I mean, Ethereum as a blockchain is not good for anything except issuing tokens and trading on exchanges and so on. Imagine that you have a bank in Switzerland. To transfer money from the bank in Switzerland to the bank in Israel, 2 days. It takes 2 days. Once the money is here, let's assume it can work very, very, very fast. So you have $100 million, you put it in your Swiss bank because it's safe and it's, I don't know what they do there, but maybe they have good banks. I agree, to transfer it here will take time and will take money. To transfer it back will take time and will take money. But once it's here, it can operate very, very, very fast. So our assumption is that you will need to transfer assets from Ethereum to ORBS once a week, once a month. You pay $20 fees and it may take half an hour. But then your assets are managed very, very, very fast on ORBS. And the transfer between ORBS to Ethereum happens in a very, very, very low frequency.
I think the assumption that businesses only generate, say, one transaction on Ethereum once in a while is for particular kinds of applications. For ones that need to generate new tokens all the time, that wouldn't work.
Okay, so this may be
Is that-
this may
Is
be
that accurate?
if your business relies on, let's say, fast generation of tokens,
New tokens, yes.
of new tokens,
Yes.
trading
No,
tokens,
forget, just new tokens that be generated frequently.
then I think that this specific business will need to run over years. So I think it will be on Ethereum and slow, and we don't have that.
Okay, just wanted to be clear.
Yeah.
I understand.
Can you have an example of such business?
Yes, we have the largest app in the world, and we had to take it off Ethereum because it doesn't work.
But you need to issue tokens every day.
We issue tokens every minute.
To issue tokens every minute.
That's how we generate hundreds of millions of dollars in our DApp. So we took it from a public Ethereum to a private Ethereum.
Yes, but why do you need to issue to generate new tokens every time?
Part of the business model.
I understand. So in this case, I think maybe you're in a different case. Take for example, King. You know King. So they generated all their tokens once. You know the ICO.
If it's available, I'd like to get your open source code because I need a similar application. Not, I mean, simply similar. Need a two chains like that. One is slow, Ethernet or US based. I need a faster transaction. It's not transaction. I need some more things like that. It's different type of data trading. I mean, data transaction there. Perhaps if yours is available, well, we can take a look. I'm working on my own private channel to do so. Okay. So if it is available, we'll take a look. Somebody in Seoul? Your delegates in Seoul?
We have an office in Seoul.
That's good.
5 people.
There? Oh,
So easy to talk.
okay. Would you write down some of your names? Office name here for you?
Not yet in the website, but I can send you an email with all the emails.
Okay. He's working on a similar thing. Somehow coincidence. So basically, your high-speed side is your private chain. It doesn't have to be truly Ethereum type public chain.
True. By the way, we also but ORBS has 2 use cases: public chain, virtual chains. and also private chain. So for example, when we talk with enterprises like AT&T, Deutsche Telekom, big enterprises, Hana Bank, they want the private chain use case. And decentralized applications, they usually select the public chain. But ORBS can do both.
It seems that you basically I don't know which is the main chain, but this for the ordinary ERC20 type. That one is slow phase, just the token transaction server, and the other one is also using same structure as Ethereum base. Have you thought about any quite different structure with this one?
For the base layer?
Yeah, base.
So
not based on Ethereum. You could
yes.
have your own private style blockchain.
Yes.
Doesn't
So
have to be-
actually, ORBS is a blockchain that accelerates any other blockchain.
Yeah,
So
something like that. Yeah.
we usually we talk mainly on Ethereum because we think that now Ethereum maybe is the world leader in first generation blockchain, base blockchain. But ORBS can also accelerate NEO in China, and ORBS can also accelerate private blockchain.
EOS.
So theoretically, yes.
Theoretically.
But EOS will say we are fast enough. So ORBS is accelerating. The difference, I would say, between first generation blockchain to second generation blockchain is first generation blockchain usually like a bank, very slow but very secure, very decentralized, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, and second generation are very fast but not as secure as Ethereum. So we can accelerate EOS, but maybe they will say we are very fast.
Have you built security layers and user management, forward error correction, and other sort of aspects of sort of an enterprise ecosystem?
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of other components you need besides the chain, right? To
Yes.
actually run.
So I think that we are, as you cannot compare us, for example, to Hyperledger. They have endless of kind of peripheral and DevOps kind of content in order to onboard enterprises. So we are not there at all. We do develop, the standard kind of tools such as Etherscan, blockchain scans, and analytics and other things in order to facilitate usage. For my current, let's say, experience, it feels that enterprises are transitioning, let's say, from existing private chains, and they are still looking for better ones, even if they don't have, the DevOps as compared to the video. But we are not there yet in terms of full sets of tools.
And your mainnet is December?
Before, I think mainnet would be end of October. And already there you can use virtual chains, very, very, very high transactions per second.
Is your ORBS is flexible enough that somebody else can modify all of that? Your open source is flexible enough?
So first of all, I think that ORBS architecture and open source is maybe highest level in the world. If you have technical people and they will go look at the architecture and code, I think they will give it very, very, very high rank. I think one of the problems in the field is that not many blockchains have a very clear architecture specification.
Good.
Ethereum doesn't have.
Very good.
But ORBS, we actually have very clear.
Would you send email to your people in Korea so that I'll send my CTO to talk with them? That's good. This is good.
So what are you guys looking for in Israel or in general?
So he's the organizer. He
I'm the
will
organizer.
tell you.
And, I'm from Momentum, and what we do is we've actually done a lot of things in Korea. So we also have a small office. She's our Korean director, Professor Park. And what we've seen is that there's a lot of interest in Korea in Israeli companies. So I'm Israeli myself, although I don't live in Israel for 16 years. But we do have Israelis on the team. So there was a lot of interest and a lot of discussions going on about Israeli technology in Korea, and then we have invited this distinguished group to come to Zurich, and from Zurich we went to Zug, which is Crypto Valley. That's where our company is actually established, and we've seen quite a lot of things in Crypto Valley, and then we thought it would be a good idea also to bring the group to Israel and to see some technological companies in the field of blockchain, because each and every one of us here is interested in blockchain from different perspectives. So there's people who are investors, people from exchanges, people that come from the Korean Blockchain Association, and just basically pure interest in Israeli technology. So the goal was basically to listen and to hear and to see if there's some ways to cooperate. Some people might be interested in other things. So just basically seeing a different cross section of Israeli technology. So we've seen a few companies, actually a small amount of companies so far. Each one different angle, steering that. So we've seen some other places. We met with Blonde 20, Moti, and it's very interesting from different angles. And with you.
Could you tell him about the government?
Yeah, they're not here, but we have actually in Zurich. Unfortunately, they couldn't join us in Israel, but in Zug, we've had two members of the Korean government, which is a province in Korea. It's a very important province, and they came over because they wanted to learn about how innovation is actually being driven using blockchain technology. We've met the municipality of Zug, which I'm sure you're aware of. They've actually explained to us the people who are in charge of Zug's adoption of Bitcoin as a payment method for taxes, and also Ethereum as the blockchain which has the population register in Zug. So they actually explained to us, including the finance minister and the members of the Zug government, or basically the municipality, explained to us how they've done that and how the system looks. It's very interesting. And they unfortunately flew back to Korea, but here we have the opportunity to meet Israeli companies, which is very interesting for all of us. So there's Malcolm is coming from the US, obviously not Korean. Not yet.
Good. So Korea is our #1 strategic market. We feel that there is a very active community in Korea, and that all the biggest enterprises in Korea are entering blockchain. And I think that our advantage is really very deep and advanced blockchain technology. And also we built an ecosystem around ORBS. So when we meet a company like Kakao, they are interested in the blockchain technology, but also in acceleration, and also in investment strategy, and also in non-profit. So I think the package is very interesting for the biggest Korean companies. And we really think that the next wave of mass adoption of blockchain technology will come from Korea. You have competition, maybe Japan, China, but I think Korea can become a blockchain nation.
That's very good. So basically you are sort of going to Seoul only, but the Gyeonggi province is the second largest province, where the governor declared it blockchain Mecca. Wants to make it as blockchain Mecca. And we've been good.
Blockchain Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Oh, that's good. And we've invited blockchain blockers who wants to use that sort of region as a ecosystem. There are a lot of EOS developers as well. So you could do the same to this region. Think about this region as Jerusalem. Blockchain Jerusalem for tech centers.
Actually, the professor has done something quite amazing, an amazing initiative. So what she's created is she created a blockchain tech community and education center in that province. So it's a physical big building that houses a lot of companies, Momentum being one of them. And what the goal is to actually drive innovation in the region. So creating jobs and creating a lot of cooperation with the local industries and also education of local students who are coming out of the university, and they basically need to kind of get themselves to the level where they actually can be competitive in the market, both from themselves but also to drive the economy. So you might be interested while in your career to actually pay a visit to the tech center of the professor.
So we're going to make something like and the number 2 tech center will be established in Chuncheon area, where they some of these changes. You all come to Korea to grab money and run, you know. I would like you to stay there and teach us up-to-date technology or coding or whatever the program, so that we remain, you know, the technology that we learn. That's my, main sort of.
So we are not coming to Korea also only to make money. We have a blockchain academy, and we are also looking to. So far, we were thinking to partner with one of the Sky universities in Seoul, in Korea, in order to create a blockchain academy using some of the knowledge we have. Truthfully, so far I've been to Korea only 3 months. Before that, nothing. So far, only Seoul. I only know Seoul. A little bit Jeju Island because of the so we would love to learn more about other opportunities.
Several reasons. Regional mayors and governors are quite keen on teaching their students, so they're blockchain experts to learn more.
Next week.
Yeah, 22nd and 23rd.
Okay, that's why I'm approaching you. Thanks.
그리고 이오스 하면은 완전히 방식이고 완전히 양.
Because we are representing Korean Blockchain Association and the president of the gentlemen also taking care of the regulation blockchain industry development committee. And also the other is that we are running the multi-campus to train people from blockchain areas. So if you have this kind of activities through your foundation, we would like to work with you. Academy together. Secondly, this is a technical question. On your ORBS, have you thought about people on the blockchain strategy? Because still you are relying on like hash coding and top of what let's say because of hash try to make it unchangeable, so you could allow so supposedly instead of hashing things, encryption, something like a telecom encryption is much better than hashing your stuff. Instantaneously encodable, not relying on mining.
For sure. So we